Hey there, my name is Jeremy Perkins, and I am currently a doctorate graduate teaching assistant at the Florida State University in trumpet performance. This two-part video series is intended to create a guide which students can use as a practice resource as they prepare for the 2023 Florida All-State audition in September. These videos will consist of me playing through the 9th and 10th grade etudes in this specific video, as well as the 11th and 12th grade etudes in my next video. Personal notes will be addressed on how to approach these studies, things to avoid within these etudes, and some performance tips to keep in mind for your best playing and musicianship. In this video, we will be working on the All-State Concert Band etudes. These are the required etudes for students in 9th or 10th grade. Let's listen to the technical etude, and we shall talk about some of the common do's and don'ts as you go about practicing these. So, when working on this etude, the two most important things to consider here are time and style. If you look at measure 21 in this etude, we see the metronome marking as quarter note equals 104 with the indication of allegro non troppo. Allegro non troppo, translated into English, means fast, but not too fast. Don't feel that you must stay within the bounds of 104 beats per minute. Go only as fast as you can play cleanly and musically. When students only focus on meeting the metronome requirements, elements such as technique, artistry, and phrasing all go out the window. The audition committee wants to hear you play this in a comfortable and confident manner, even if that means taking this a little slower. When thinking about the style here, think of this as cheerful and bouncy throughout. The listener does not want to hear someone be pecky, per se, but putting just a little emphasis on your eighth notes can do wonders to your musical line. Put a slight ritornado at measure 40 before the pickup 16th notes. This allows the phrase to breathe and ultimately creates a natural flow which the composer intended for the audience to hear. In the final measure, really overemphasize the rallentando. We want to hear the sense of finality and conclusion within the etude. Be bold and go for it. So now that we have listened and touched on the technical etude, let's listen to the lyrical etude and discuss some of the elements the audition committee will be listening for. Be very mindful of the dynamics and the choice of phrasing as you practice this etude. The opening volume is a solemn mezzo piano. Create a sense of atmosphere and mystery to draw your listener in. You can see throughout there are moments where the player grows in volume and dies back down. Make this change apparent. It will help add character and musicality to your melodic line. There is a constant back and forth between mezzo forte and piano throughout. Again, do your best to make these dynamic changes apparent to the listener, yet there is no need to exaggerate these subtleties. Less is more in this sense. Use the 16th notes in measure 33 to grow your dynamic to the half note concert B flat in measure 34, before returning again to a mezzo forte in the following measure. Our only forte in this etude is the build-up into measure 37. Here is where we can be triumphant, but be careful of the pitch between your octave B flats. As you think about the phrasing within this etude, think of telling a story. All stories have a cohesive beginning and ending with meaning and purpose throughout. Use the breath marks given as a good foundation to create these phrases. Shape the prolonged notes with spin and direct the listener to the following note. Once again, we are being creative with our musicality and keeping things fresh and exciting to draw in whoever may be listening. Save the rallentando at the end for beats 3 and 4 of measure 39, which will create a calm and stately arrival on your last note. Be sweet and approach this etude with a sense of care and tenderness. Well, if you have made it this far, this is the end. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope this is able to help you in some capacity as you prepare for the All-State audition coming up in just a couple months. Feel free to share this with whoever you think would benefit from these kinds of walkthroughs, and be on the lookout for my next video where I'll play through and discuss the All-State Symphonic Band etudes for students in grades 11 and 12. Until then, I hope you all are taking care, staying safe, and practicing with a clear purpose in mind. Cheers.